Okay, as you can see, I am set up for a low-end radio broadcast. Not a real scheduled one. Actually, it's not scheduled at all. Got talked into doing one. This machine over here, this is the Advantech Pentium All-in-One that I use as a soundboard machine. And I tell you what, I cannot go 5 minutes without there being some kind of a computer problem in here. It's got nothing to do with this. I'm going to try and play something here. Nothing's happening. At all. Didn't give me an error message. But I don't hear anything coming through my speakers. Turn it all the way up. That's really not a good idea, but I did it anyway. You keep pushing it. Oh yeah, there we go. Now I got a message. Whoops, 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 whoops. Not what I wanted it to do. You can see I am getting a message that says it's failing to play. Now, why could it be failing to play? Well, I have all this stored on a network server, so I can access it very easily. You can see it's really screwed up. But I have it on a network server, so I can access it easily. That network server happens to be NAS number 2. That is the machine. What is that? That's the HP D530. And it's been running reliably for a while. But apparently that reliability has stopped, because there it is sitting over there at a blue screen. Stop error. This is the second stop error that it's run into tonight. Alright, it's the second one I've noticed. So it's obvious that there is some kind of an issue. Now, what could that issue be? Well, it could be really anything. But I'm going to check the RAM first. And in order to check the RAM, I'm going to have to get the machine out of there. So, give me just a few minutes, and I'll have this mess out of the way so I can get that machine out. Okay, just real quickly, I did try rebooting it, and it does come back. I can go over to the main machine. Let's see if it actually will do it on video now. It'll probably work now that it's on video. I'm going to go back to remote desktop. Oops, new remote desktop. Now try and reconnect to it. So I'm trying to connect over here. This thing really does not do a good job, this Android phone. Okay, it hasn't crashed yet. Yep, there it goes. And we got another different message. What does that say? I've never seen this one before. Do I have... I should be able to auto-adjust this. Whoops. What did that just do? I think that just went to digital. I don't want that. I don't want that either. I want auto-adjust. Auto-image adjust. What does it actually say? I can't tell. PFN list corrupt. So, I think that there's probably a problem here. I don't know if it's Windows or if it's the computer itself. I'm going to say it's the computer because the computer has bad capacitors all over the motherboard. So I'm going to pull that thing out, see if I can figure out what's wrong with it. Because I kind of need it for tomorrow. Okay, let's have a little look-see in here. Wow. Capacitor plague. Oh, wow. I don't think there's... Other than those three right there and a couple of the capacitors in the voltage regulator circuit and some of these smaller ones, I don't think there's a single good capacitor on this motherboard. Now, somebody had told me that the HP D530 was crap, and normally I would disagree with that assessment because, you know, all computers have lemons, but generally, these kinds of things, these business machines, these are actually not too bad. But I think I'm in wholehearted agreement on that one. This is crap. Fortunately, if I do need to replace the machine, I have made it easy for myself because I actually have 2 hard drives in here, so one of them is being used for data, which is good because it means I don't have to do any fancy data recovery or anything like that. Which is a good thing, because I really don't feel like doing that, and I certainly don't have the time to do that tonight. Because it's about, what, 11:30? Yeah. So, anyway, I think, well, what I have done is I've put my Ultimate Boot CD in here. I'm going to go ahead and fire this up. It should come on immediately. Okay, there's a fan in there that's making noise. It does still post, though. So I want F9 for the boot menu. Boot to CD-ROM. Memory. I want to run memtest 86 plus. That's what I want to do. Okay, so it's running. Now let's see here. Wiggle these memory sticks. Aha! There we go. I found a problem. I think we might have multiple bad sticks here, actually. So I wiggled all 4, and one of them seems to have triggered a problem. So maybe our memory is the issue after all. Let me simplify the configuration a bit. Okay, here's a look at what we got. Apparently I have 2 of these Corsair value selects and 2 of these apacers. I've got one of the apacers inserted now. So we'll kick that back on. I think my CPU fan is bad. I believe that's the CPU fan. Yeah, that's the CPU fan that's bad. Oops. Memory size error. 504 megabytes. Well, it's not as dire as I thought it was. So we'll just push F1 to save the changes. But yeah, I think that CPU fan is going to need to be replaced. So we'll see if this memory module is bad, or if it's good, just by virtue of wiggling the module. Well, it seems to be okay. Okay, so that one's fine. So let's put the other one in place. I'd like to have it matched. So I'll put the other one in there and we'll see what happens. Memory module number 2. You'll notice, actually, that, well, if it actually brings it up. No, it won't. But when I had that memory size error, that was an error code 164, which is an IBM code. Maybe it was 163 on the IBM. Okay, back to memory. memtest 86. So let's check our new module here. Well, it's not screwing up, so those are good. At least they're good enough to pass memtest. So I'm going to assume that those modules are good for now, because I'm on a time crunch. This machine is going to get replaced anyway. And I'm going to assume that these two, at least one of these two is bad. I'll test them in something else, but for now I'm going to call this good. And I'm going to put this back and see if it still crashes. It's going to come on. Well, I guess it didn't. Unless it's off. But I got it back in there after a fashion. Find the power cord, which has gone someplace. Oh, it would be because it's right here. Plug it in. Should come on. Still completes the part, still posts. My networking setup got messed up. I'm going to have to redo that. Start Windows normally. Actually, there should be 3 devices on that. There's only 2, but there should be 3. So I'm going to have to figure out. Actually, there should be 4. I should only be missing 1, but I'm missing 2. But we'll let it start, and then I'm going to see which device got unplugged for no reason, and then figure out why it got unplugged for no reason. I did hook it up, but it looks like it ignored me because it's not actually connected to my network. Hold on just a second here. Okay, I finally fixed my network, which took a Herculean effort because apparently the cables down here decided that they were all going to commingle with each other. The good news is that in all the time it took for me to do that, which was probably about roughly a minute, it hasn't crashed yet. So, presumably, I can go over to that thing. It may even be hooked up to it now, although I suspect it's not. find out. No, it looks like that's exploded. So we'll give it another chance. We'll give it a try. And we'll see if it crashes again. It probably will, because my life is a comedy. Securing remote connection, it says. Oh, it's actually on my network. So that's good. Does it explode? Preparing your desktop. I have to rejig my my setup over there because my fan got moved. Aha! Did I figure it out? I think I figured it out. Because it hasn't crashed yet. That's all come up. I think maybe it lives to die another day. So yeah, apparently all that took was some memory changing. Amazing how that kind of stuff works sometimes. So there you go. There's a little bit of computer work. Unplanned server fixing. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. I don't know if this video will be useful because this phone is screwing up like crazy. But until next time, this is CP666 signing off. Till then, guys.